delighted, gentlemen. How may I help
Yes, exactly.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the
And yeah, the cabbie should
unfortunate
know.
disappearance of last night's train.
I see. I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions.
Yes, let's ambush the unbeknown here. So, very young, so he should be easily pressured. Scared for his job. Very clean clothes, he's making impressions. Oh boy, yeah, he's very new to the job. He's still got his instruction booklet in his pocket. Very by the book. Is that an ink smudge? Yes, an ink smudge. Tell me about these passengers.
Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported a problem with some passengers last night.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday, everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station. I've no idea why, and it delayed the train. But the worst of it is that now I have to deal with two furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service. They stayed here the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and clear rules. Paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states that in the event of a complaint, you must...
Yes, thank you. I understand. Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did, and I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say? How long have you been working here?
I've worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
Well, you're clearly a rookie. The railway map wouldn't challenge him on that. Neither would the train composition or the fact that it was delayed. That's nothing to do with it. You're a rookie, dude. You've still got an instruction booklet in your pocket. You're not confident on your skills.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age
and your
lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think of your career.
That is... Well, I'll tell you everything. First of all, I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train.
Yeah, the animations are very fidgety.
To do so. He was very rude. And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
Okay. What was the message?
What did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
We ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
So that's the telegram. Chesterfield Railway Station, Tren, then the same train number, LNER 324, Arrivege. God almighty, that is terrible. No, I'm not going to try and read that out as it's spelled. So someone even worse at their job than you actually sent that. Interesting. There's nothing in here. We've got this guy here who's just basically resting himself. Hi.
This is an
Yeah, it's
absolute
kind of obvious what
scandal.
they're trying to say.
It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
Oh, tell me about it. Let's have a look at you. So, working clothes. A cheap ticket. Married man. Rough skin.
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home. Then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector, who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
Interesting.
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared. But I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, because their type don't need a ticket.
Well, no, they do, but you don't just get on the train and say, I'm rich, let me on. They say, great, give us some of those riches and you can buy a ticket with it for a comfy seat.
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners. Spanish-looking toffs with snake eyes.
Goodbye, sir.
He appears to be a specialised worker. He has no baggage. He's alone, not travelling nor on vacation with his wife. He takes the train on a daily basis to get to work and back. In this event, he should be accustomed with the railway and familiar with the station and his regular fellow passengers. Station master of Bridlington, fairly young, tries to keep his uniform clean, is attentive to his duties. Fresh ink stains upon the fingers of his right hand indicate this young man has been writing a great deal. It seems he has almost completed his education and his first serious position. Toffs. Yeah, that's it. The portrait also leaves out how he's basically a member of, UKIP.
Holmes, how is it
were
even
foreigners.
possible for a train...
Yeah, he's a bit of a racist, though. Bloody
Good day to you,
foreigners
sir.
Good day.
coming in
Whom
here
am
and
I
taking our
speaking?
train seats.
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you a representative of this damned railway company? Because I have a complaint.
We are not
He's
from the
an Aussie,
railway
he is.
company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock Flomes, please excuse me, but I'm not in the mood for idle chit-chat at the moment.
Now we turn around to the other guy and say, I found another foreigner! Yeah. Yeah, an Australian hat, not to mention the accent. Is that an Australian beard, by chance? Well-to-do. So not all the toffs got kicked off. So it wasn't about protecting rich people and letting them go. He has Australian eyes, indeed he does, yes. They look like crocodile eyes. A heavy gold ring, but it's a signet ring as well. There's a brief with him. Oh my god. Crocodile skin shoes. Doesn't get any better than this. Yeah, that was like, ugh.
You must be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Yes?
I am
Yes.
leading the investigation of the disappearing train. It would help if you could answer my questions.
Ah, well, all right. I have nothing to hide.
So he got booted off the train, but it was his special carriage that was there.
I presume it was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
Yes. It was to transport my valuable prototype safely to London. My prototype is a revolutionary device. It is capable of producing electricity. I'm a businessman and an engineer. I had already found several potential customers for my invention, but I was very optimistic about the directors' board who were travelling on the train last night.
You mentioned a director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazes Company. I had made an appointment with them. Now they are lost.
Not
along
exactly
with the train
Spanish,
and
but...
my prototype.
What do you know about the Barcazes Company?
It's a large South American company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype, and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
Interesting.
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir, it is priceless. It could change the world we live in, and yet I was selling it for almost nothing. I am a humanitarian, you see.
Sure you are.
I do not know if I will ever be able to get over this disaster.
Apparently they
Cannot
wanted £5
believe
million
that it disappeared
for
with
it.
That damn train.
I could have asked for 10.
Mr. Robinson, could you please clarify? Were you travelling alongside your prototype?
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. I thought perhaps he might have been delayed, so I chose to wait a while. But despite my requests, the train left the station without me. Absolutely unacceptable.
The timetable is strict. We cannot wait any longer. The regulations require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot. You will pay for it. I will sue you.
The ticket inspector forced all the passengers from the train except for the directors of the Barcazes Chilean Company.
This is looking like a heist. That's it, yeah. He's picked up on the habit of just suing everything. You coughed near me, I'm gonna sue. More postal
Railway
bags.
post bags.
I wonder if they're going to be relevant at some point.
The whole train just disappeared.
The warehouse, where they store the werewolves. There's nothing in here. Nope. Okay. Don't go up there either. So Nottingham's in that direction, Chesterfield's in that direction. That's where we apparently have to go next. Oops, wrong button. Right, we have a few little bits here, but we'll hang on to those for now until we've got a lot more information. Chesterfield Station Master's report about the vanishing train was full of errors, barely readable, hard to understand if he confirmed that the train passed through the station or not. Okay. So there's Chesterfield. We should probably go there and ask them about that now. Find out what the special wagon was carrying. Well, we know he said it was a generator prototype. Anyway, this right here began to irritate me just a little bit. Chesterfield is not south of Nottingham. It just isn't. Go away, fly. Yeah. And Bridlington is on the east coast, further north. Okay. Geography is hard, yes. I actually, a few years ago when I first played this game, I posted this on on the Sherlock Holmes Steam website, on the discussion page. And one of the developers actually replied to it. And he said, no, we're aware, but you'll see if you look closer why we chose to put them in this order. They basically go B, C, D, E. So they're in alphabetical order, and it's like, really? That's why you did it? That's why you mangled the geography of my country? I was like, oh. Nope. I do not accept this. Let's go and have a word with this dude. There's the telegraph machine. The Morse code alphabet.
I had thought that all station masters knew the Morse code, but apparently not.
Yeah, this guy needs to keep a reference sheet there, so he doesn't know it off by heart. And he looks soused. Like, seriously, look, there's empty bottles there as well. This guy's been boozing. And yeah, it's not turned as well.
How could he fall asleep at work like this? Excuse me, sir. Wake up.
Give him a slap. Oh.
His breath. He must have swallowed half a distillery.
And that explains the how.
By his sleeping off the alcohol, you mean? Wake up, please, sir.
What? The 18 hours 72 train has arrived?
Good day to you. We are investigating the disappearance of last night's train, and we should like to ask you a few questions.
Alright, let's have a look at this guy. God, what a lush. Look at this. Red-nosed. Could it be? Have I still got this? No, I haven't, actually. It's a cunning likeness. Look at that. Uh-huh. I'm sorry, I just had to, you know I did. His clothes are clean, though, for a drunk. He's also married. There's a hip flask full of alcohol there, though. And a fishing line. Interesting. Yeah, Twitch only has the purple fire or normal red one. Force Wolf to make a teal fire emote.
Were there
Maybe
any
we should.
passengers
We've got a
who
new
got off
emote slot,
that
though.
particular train at your station
We unlocked
last
one
night?
thanks to the tier 3 sub that we got on Saturday.
Nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not leave my office, so...
No doubt you were very busy.
You don't say. You can't ever get any peace around here. Now you have to send a telegram each time a train arrives and departs.
Station Master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train, but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
Well, you have been binge drinking, so there's every need, I think.
You were not tired, you were inebriated. Tell me the truth now, or I shall not hesitate to document your state in my report.
My friend means that you will end up by being sacked from your position.
All right. So I was drunk. I don't remember all of yesterday, to be truthful to you. Please don't go harsh on me.
Holmes, this man has consumed a considerable amount of alcohol. He's not entirely helpless yet, but...
It will not be long before he is. Obviously, his testimony cannot be trusted.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, fishing advertisement.
Fishing advertisement.
You mispronounced that, Holmes. It's advertisement. How dare you?
This bin is full of empty bottles.
I wonder who filled it. Oh, there's, was that something else? No, that was just the door.
Locked. There is no sense in asking the station master to open it. We shall have to pick the lock.
We shall indeed. So, there's a lot of delay in anything moving. There we go. I want to put that window there. Oh, that one there, maybe. So I can actively see. That should be it. There we go. And yes, always chips. Wow, okay, these have been used recently.
These tools were used quite recently. They are still muddy. We should ask about them. Railway post bags.
Mm-hmm.
A handcar wheelbase. Interesting. It appears that elements of the same construction were scattered everywhere. Watson, please tell me, do you believe in magic?
Of course not, Holmes.
Then you are of the opinion that a train cannot simply disappear.
Well, we both know that that is obvious. Why are you asking such peculiar questions?
A little patience, Watson. You will understand my point quite soon. So, are you quite certain that you saw the train at Evesham Station?
Yes, of course. We saw it coming. The headlights. And heard the whistle.
But that is it. We didn't see the train itself.
But... Oh, Holmes, I'm a little confused.
Don't worry, Watson, you'll get it in the end. Stick with me, sunshine, and you'll learn a few things. Anyway, guys, I've looked at the time. It is that time. We're going to have to leave now. We're at the end of the stream, so we'll have to finish this mystery on Friday.